Since the Visa Bulletin moved quite a few months in October, I know a lot of you are working on your adjustment of status and are looking for some guidance while getting your packets ready. The last video I made was the I-485 form, which is a green card form, and today we will work on the work permit that you can file along your green card application. So if you want to learn how to file the I-765 form, stay tuned. Hi again, my international hardworking friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over the I-765 form. If you don't have any criminal records and are an F1, J1, H1B, or any dependent of those statuses and have a pretty straightforward case, like you're not TPS or refugee or in asylum, then you don't need a lawyer to file your AOS. You just need some guidance. So let's get started. First things first, just like we did in the I-485 form, you need to make sure you have the most updated version of the form from USCIS directly. So go on Google really quick and write on the search bar I-765 form USCIS. The first option that shows up should be the right one. Here you can find the form and instructions, so you scroll below because you don't really want the option to file online if you're doing everything over the mail. You click on the form and check on top the expiration date that says, in this one, September 30th of 2027. So this is the one that you want. Download it, and I recommend you use a computer to type it in black font. But if you want to write manually on it, make sure it's eligible and you do it with black ink. Now, I assume you have your EB2 NIW, the I-140 approved, and you are applying based on employment. But if you are in the marriage or family-based category, most of these tips might still help you, but just know that this is EB2 NIW focused, okay? So in part one, even if you've had OPT or STEM OPT before, since this is not related to any prior work permit renewals or replacements, you should mark initial permission to accept employment. Now in part two, write your full name and any other names you've used. Then you include your US mailing address where you would like to receive any USCIS notifications. Then write your US physical address, which is where you're living now. Okay, then in other information, it asks for your alien number. For this number, if you have ever had any ID card, you can find that number in your card, or you might have been assigned one when you received your I-140 approval notice, so you can find it at the top of that paper notification. Now for the USCIS online account number, if you have a USCIS account from previous cases you've had in the past, then you just type USCIS account login on Google and choose the first option again, signing with your credentials, and you can also create an account if you want at any moment. Then go to view profile and you'll see a box with your full name, date of birth, and A number, and USCIS online account number. So use that number for your form. If you don't have a number, don't worry, you can also leave it blank. It shouldn't be a problem. Then you answer questions about your sex and marital status. If you've ever filed an I-765 form before, as it was in my case when I filed for OPT and STEM OPT, I marked yes. But if this is the very first time for you, then you should mark no. Then write your social security number, or if you would like to get one, you should mark so, and your countries of citizenship and place of birth. Now come the questions on your last arrival in the US. For these ones, you should retrieve the information from your I-94 online at this link that I'm including over here. Choose the option at the top of the page that says your recent I-94, I-95 to view your own I-94 info. Now, if you are an F1 or have an I-20, you probably have a service number that is available at the top of your I-20. That should start with the letter N, so you can find that there. Next question on eligibility category, you should write CO9 since you are concurrently filing your I-485 form for green card. If you are an EB2 NIW self-petitioner and filing the I-485 form, which you are, you can leave the rest of this section blank. Remember that if there's any question where you would like to provide any explanation or more than one answer, you can add it on page 7 in the additional information section. Include your name, your A number, and page part and item number. Well guys, that is all for today. I really hope you found this video helpful and that it takes you one step forward towards your AOS. If you would like to see a real example of a green card application, maybe to help you in guiding you in putting together your own application, I put together a set of templates and my own anonymized example as a primary applicant along with my husband's as a derivative applicant. So you can email me at info@easyvisaconsultant.com if you're interested in purchasing this product. If you have any doubts or further questions about this or any other form in your AOS package, you can book a 1-hour session with me using this link over here that I'm adding, and I'm also adding it in the description below. And you can also email me at the same email that I mentioned before if you're interested in any other service. For example, if you would like help in your AOS packet, but you're merit-based rather than employment-based, I can also help you with that. But good luck and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.